Monday, and yeah, so I'm just sitting here in my house. I'm taking vacation, as you can tell. I need to shave, but I just wanted to take a few minutes just to talk a little bit about what happened over the weekend with Sidney Powell, and a little bit about the Trump team, and kind of wanted to get a vibe of what you all are thinking there as well. If you're just tuning in right now, and I can see your comments and reactions, whether it's Facebook or YouTube. I know I'm on vacation, and I still can't get away from the news, and that's okay. I just want to make sure that I'm getting a vibe from everybody as to what you all have been thinking with regards to the announcement over the weekend. And I just have to say this. As my son and my wife are getting ready to come in the house. We're cleaning up the house, but I had to just take a couple of minutes to post this on YouTube and Facebook. I just want to know what you think as you heard the announcement. What so many on Twitter, whether it's Republicans or Democrats, who are all cheering and standing up and saying, "See, told you so, Sidney Powell," with all of these different things that she's talking about. It's crazy talk, and it's conspiracy theory, and how dare you start thinking about conspiracy theories, and this is an outrage, and look at what's happening. We told you so. I just wanted to just put this out there, just because it's one of those things that's been driving me crazy all weekend. It's two different things, actually. And I'm holding this is the top to an almond bag. But anyway, all right. So I just wanted to put this out there just quickly on this Monday, even though I'm on vacation. And the big thanks to Michael Pelka, who is awesome. We love having him fill in, and I always appreciate him doing that. So all I wanted to make mention of, two things. Number one, why are we so dismissive of Sidney Powell like this? Why can't we let the process play out still? Sidney Powell is not being paid by the Trump team. She's not part of the Trump legal team. She's doing her own thing. We're not satisfied with that. I hope we would be, because if there's some there, I want to know. Isn't that what it's all about? It's all about election integrity. We still care about this, right? We're told by some conservatives and some Republicans and Democrats, and certainly the media, that, you see, this was all a wild goose chase, and she's crazy, and this is an outrage, and she's ruining her reputation. Look, we'll find out. If Sidney Powell feels like there's a case, let's let the case continue to play out. I'm not on board with never Trumpers and those people that told us that they were conservatives, wink and a nod, and that you should trust us, and we told you that this was a bad way to go. You know what? I still have respect enough for Sidney Powell to believe that if she feels like she's got a case, let the case play out. I just want to see it play out. Let's see it happen. And I think that it will. And it will come to some conclusion, everybody. It will either be that there's no there's nothing to see here, move along, and in which case Sidney Powell has completely destroyed her reputation, or there is there, in which case she may be able to pursue something. And whether or not you think it's fanciful or it's crazy, an outrage to believe that this is possibly happening, that you're looking at a situation where, international espionage, or however you want to describe it, that this is so big, so broad, so hoax-like, so conspiracy-like, that there's no way, shape, or form that there's any possibility that the way she is describing it, whether it was on Maria Bartiromo's fantastic program, or whether it's on Newsmax where she was this weekend, or any of the other programs, if it's there, we'll find out. If it's not, we'll find out. But I do want to know. I want to be sure. I want her to go through this process. She should absolutely go through this process, Sidney Powell. And let her do it. And if it's her resources that are doing this, that she feels like there's a case here, then let the case play out. But man, I got to tell you, there were way, way, way too many people on Twitter for me over the weekend. Way too many people that were jumping on this. She's crazy. Get over it now. This is conspiracy theory, Republican, Trump stuff, and we need to move on from way too many people that I thought were in this fight. And I thought were in the fight. This is important. That I thought were in the fight for the truth. That's what I want. I want the facts. I want the truth. I want all of this out. I want to know. Again, it goes back to what I said before last week. It's almost as if we're back in 2016 and Trump's a Russian asset and he rigged the election so he could win and he's in league with Putin and we have to investigate. And those on the left were quick to say, yeah, you know what? I'm going with that. I'm running with that. Let's play this out. Let's see. And you're like, what are you talking about? That sounds outrageous. How do you come up with this? But the left was willing to run with it. When we got the truth and the facts and it started to come out exactly what was going on in Hillary Clinton, and we started to hear more about the Trump-Russia collusion hoax, and we started to hear about how it was paid for and Perkins Coie, and we started to get into all of these specific aspects of it, then we were like, well, wait a minute, we're going to pull back. I'm starting to believe that there's a trail here that we need to follow. And then now we have what? The left and never Trumpers who are like, oh, this is conspiracy theory. How could you possibly follow? Because, why? Is it because they don't want to believe that it's true? There's a big difference between thinking something is conspiracy because there's no evidence, it feels wrong, and we need to back away from it. And I don't want to put the time in, I don't want to put the effort, because I'm afraid that on the other side of this, that we're going to get answers that we don't want to hear. That we're going to hear about things that we don't want to know. That we're going to hear about stuff that was going on and has been going on for a long time that really is going to hurt our hearts because we're going to hear something that we don't want to believe is true. I'm willing to go down that road. If on the other side of that it means to ensure our constitutional republic, and then on the other side of it, it means the rule of law will be followed, and it means that this won't happen again. It could happen in weeks, everybody. So why would we not want Sidney Powell to let this play out? And then this is the second thing. And man, I wanted to post this on my Facebook page, and I would encourage you, my personal page. I don't even go to it anymore. I really don't. But I'm going to put this out there for anybody who's watching right now, who's paying attention on Facebook or on YouTube, and maybe you'll come and revisit this later, and it's this. I hope that all the people who were so engaged in the election of 2016 for 4 years, hated Donald Trump, wanted nothing more than to get him out of office, and went on to places like Twitter and especially Facebook and memed the snot out of it, and all you kept talking about was how awful it is and he needs to be impeached, and every time he did something you were against it because you're so engaged. I wonder if you're still going to be engaged, because no politician is perfect. No human being is perfect. Not one single person is perfect in this world. And yet, there are people that are engaged on Facebook talking all kinds of crap about Donald Trump and President of the United States and what he's done. Where are you going to be now? Because I'll make you a bet that all those big voices and the keyboard cowboys and the ones that were out there on Facebook talking big talk are all of a sudden going to disappear. Why? Because you're frauds. Because you're a fraud. Because you were never engaged in the process. You just were looking for something or somebody to be angry at. But in the meantime, what have you done? Are you going to continue to be engaged? And here's what I would say about that. I want you to be engaged. I want to see that all those tough talkers, all the left-leaning friends that I have and you have, that you didn't know anything about them being this left-leaning apparently and hating Donald Trump so much, I want to know that you're still going to be engaged on Facebook. I want to know that you're still going to look at this government and be suspicious, whether it's Donald Trump or Joe Biden in office, whether it's a Democrat or Republican. Are you going to be as engaged? Are you going to care as much as you do now? And dare I say the answer is no. No, you won't, because you're a fraud. You've always been a fraud. Because if you really care about the country, you would care about politicians no matter who they are, because they're doing things. Everybody is going to do something to you that is not going to be in your best interest. Every one of them. In some way, shape, or form. Some are going to do more than others. Some are going to do very little that is going to be in your outside of your best interest. But man, if you're not willing to do that, if you're not willing to call them out no matter who they are, then you're a fraud. So hopefully you'll do that. And we'll see, and I'll watch. And you'll go away, and we'll see pictures of your puppies and your kids, which are awesome. And your great life, and that's awesome. And, you know, how cool everything is in your world and your vacations, and that's great. But you won't say anything else after that. You will not be engaged. And it's sad, because you should be, no matter which side you're on. All right, that's it. I just wanted to put that out there. I'm on vacation. I will maybe do a few of these in the meantime this week, just because I feel like it, because I'm kind of riled up in the way the politics are right now. It's hard to step away. All right. Thanks for being there. Thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing. Hopefully you're doing that. I don't know where the subscribe button on is. Here it is. But all right. We'll see you soon.